Good day, grade 7 students. Welcome to our English 7 week 4 wherein our topic is all about researching a topic. Okay, now I will present to you a picture or a photo and I will ask you something, okay? Alright, what can you say about this photo or picture? Can you guess what it is or where it is located? Okay, I will give you some information about this picture. It is located from the province of Albay here in the Philippines. Okay, thank you. I think you guessed it right. This is Mount Volcano or Mayon Volcano. Alright. From this picture, I will give you a pre-test about this. Okay, next. Alright, class, from our previous photo or Mount Mayon picture or Mayon volcano picture, I will ask you what materials will you use when you are going to search that about Mayon volcano or Mount Mayon. I bet everyone will use websites because it is easy to use and it is convenient to all information. And I think you will also use video clips or in YouTube. You will search, you will only type Mayon volcano and you will see a lot of information about it. Okay, in newspaper, I think there is a information about Mayon volcano or Mount Mayon volcano or Mount Mayon in the newspaper wherein when is the last time it exploded or erupted. Alright, from our photo or this pre-test, our topic is all about researching a topic. Alright, okay, going to our topic for today or our lesson. Our main topic is all about sources of information when searching a topic. Alright, we have 3 sources of searching a topic and I will introduce to you it later on. Alright, the first one is primary sources. What is primary sources? It is the first account or first-hand accounts or raw data and other original materials on which others' researches are based. Alright? It is authentic materials and have not been subjected to evaluation or assessment. Alright, when we say primary sources, it is the original or the first account or the raw data of a person or the information. Alright, the examples includes original works like poems. For example, you as a student, you will write a poem based on your knowledge. Alright, you are the one who made it. You're the first or the original author. Alright, next we have diaries. When we say diaries, you are the one who will write the information on it or how your day went or what happened in your entire day. Alright, you are the original writer on your diaries wherein the information is raw data. Alright, next we have court records. Next, interviews, wherein the information is coming from you or from the first person. Alright, surveys. Alright, I bet you already know what is surveys, wherein you will write the right information about what is talking about in there, or what is asked in the survey question or survey papers. And last, we have original research and research published in scholarly or academic journals. Alright, again, primary sources is the first information, or it is the raw data. Next, sources. Alright, the second one is secondary sources. What is secondary sources? It is the sources of information are classified as secondary sources when they describe, interpret, or analyze what? The primary sources from our previous sources, or the primary sources is the original or the raw data of information, while in secondary sources, the primary sources will analyze or interpret. Okay, these are often information written or presented by authors who did not personally written an event or occurrence. We have examples, textbooks like this, wherein it is as we can see in the textbooks, we can see a lot of information from other sources. Alright, next we have magazine or magazine articles. Alright, book reviews, commentaries, and almanacs. Alright, the last sources of information we have tertiary sources. What is tertiary sources? Sources of information as considered tertiary sources when they are used to organize and locate primary and secondary sources. Alright? The examples are indexes. I have this book. The index is located at the last page of the book, wherein you can see the alphabetical information or the alphabetical topics of the whole books, while in the first page we can see the table of content, wherein the topics are not organized, or it is not alphabetical. Alright, when we say tertiary sources, it is organized and locate from the primary and secondary sources. Alright, let's go back to next example, abstracts from the research, and then the bibliographies. It is also located in the book. Alright, and the directories, it is located to the telephone wherein you will see the information. It is organized or alphabetical order. Alright, and lastly, databases. Alright, moving on to our practice, wherein you will going to identify the given item, where if it is a primary, secondary, or tertiary sources. Alright, the first one is textbook. Textbook is example of is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? Of course, it is from the secondary. Why? Because there is a lot of information of other authors. Alright, next we have court records. Court records is our example of primary. Alright, because the information written on it is from the original person, or it is the raw data of information. Next, we have survey. Survey is the example of primary sources. Why? Because the information that is written on it is a raw data, or from the first person. Next, we have dictionary. Dictionary is the example of what? Tertiary sources, because it is we all know that dictionary is an organized or alphabetical order of words that we need to search. Okay, next, journal academic librarianship. Okay, journal academic librarianship is the example of what? Is it primary or secondary? Tertiary. It is secondary. Why? Academic journal, journal academic librarianship again is the example of secondary. Why? Because it is the information of other sources or other authors or person. Next, magazines. Magazines is the example of secondary sources. Alright? Why? Because as we can see in the magazine, there is lot of information about something, or there is information coming from the first person. Alright? Next, we have abstract, or abstract in research. What do you think is this? Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary? Of course, it is primary. Why? Because it is originally created by you, or the first person. Alright? Next, index. As I mentioned earlier, index is located at the back of the book, of a book, wherein you will see what? The organized information or topic of the book. Okay, what do you think is the answer? It is tertiary sources. Alright, next we have magazines. It is newspaper. Alright, newspaper. Newspaper is the example of secondary. Why? Because it is the collection of all primary sources, or the first person information. Primary information. Alright, let's have last example. We have diary. Diary is the example of what? Is it primary, secondary, or tertiary source? It is from primary. Why? Because you are the one who will write on it how your day went, what happened in the entire day. Alright, it is the raw data, or original information. Alright, it is the original information of someone, or the day of you or someone. Alright, and that's our topic for today.